Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we built our track building mini factory and also got this large tardigrade built to transport the track sections over and build some. So I'd like to continue on with that this episode. Alright, I'd like to thank my newest members, Avalos27, J30, and Fiery Flynn 2002. If you'd like to join, there should be a button down below. Also, there is the drawing giveaway for Space Engineers and Space Engineers 2 Steam keys. So I got 5 for Space Engineers 1 and 1 for Space Engineers 2 is running through the end of the month. So just a couple weeks to go. Alright, the sign up should be down below for a Google form. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I did some work off camera, built a couple more sections onto here. They're all just straight with no hinges or bends in it. And because we don't need to have that many bends in this track. We got a long distance to go, so we're gonna need a lot of just straight continuing sections. And so that made me think we need to redo our factory a little bit here. This didn't really work out with the hinge in the middle. It was a little too wobbly, didn't really adjust well. So I think we'll just carry this on to have a 2 section. It'll just be that long. We can still carry that with the large tardigrade here. And then we'll have one of them will just be straight on both ends, and then one of them will have the hinge section on one end and then straight on the other. This section would be one, and then this whole section would be another. And then we can come back and put in either another straight section or this one is a bend. I don't know if I'm going to continue on straight with this one or if we should start arcing. We got to go over that direction eventually. So we're going to do that like 6 degrees at a time. So I want to redo the factory here to just be like the original one where this is all one giant grid. And I think I'm going to create 2 of them. So we'll have one for the straight section and then one that will contain the hinge on it. And so I think I'm going to put that over here. Is where I want to put that. Obviously we've already started curving our track, so we'll have to bump it over a little bit, but I think that'll be fine. There's also some retrofitting I want to do on the tardigrade. Let's go ahead and get in the cockpit here, and I want to fly up a little bit. Actually, I don't need to fly. Let's just go ahead and lock one of these to the ground, and then let's raise ourselves up on our pistons. Let's drop the other one down. Alright, there's one connection I want to put on the bottom here. We need to get rid of this gyroscope. Let's see, we're going to need to put it back. Let's just go ahead and put it inside the ship for now. I guess we can put it right there, huh? I want to grind this guy out. Oops. Didn't want to leave my drill on. We're going to drill this guy out. I'm going to sacrifice a battery. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our H2 generator back in, but I'm going to spin it so the conveyor is pointing down. I'm going to put a connector on the bottom. That guy can go back there. Now we have a conveyor port that we can put down this way. So let's get a conveyor. Sure, we might as well see it. Why not? And then our connector we can put on like that. There we go. Now we can land on a landing pad a lot easier and connect up. I think that'll be good. Still have the ones on the side, that's fine. But that'll just make it a lot easier to get this guy recharged. So we'll have to create a landing pad for him over here at the little factory as well. This factory is going to be kind of a pain because it's right on the hill now that I look at it. But I guess over here would have been better. Maybe we will still put it over here. I was just thinking we could put the control center coming out of this room, since we already have the room here for the tardigrade bay. We could come out with this one to the factory, but maybe we will put it here. Alright, well, while I was debating where the factory was going to go, I went ahead and put an antenna up on the tardigrade and got him moved over here. So let's go ahead and just keep the factory how it is for now, except for we'll grind this guy out and we'll put some merge blocks in. Put a merge block there, I think. Okay, well, I just had to place a block in there and now it's merged back together. Good, okay. Alright, there we go. We got this guy merged back to one solid unit, and I went ahead and put a projection of the middle point on here. So we've got our 2 uprights with merge blocks, and then on the end, I got rid of the merge blocks because I got an idea over here. Well, first off, somebody had asked, well, several people had asked why I did both are turning and then both are going down over there instead of just doing one turning and one going down. So that's probably a good idea. I really did it for like symmetry and so it would line up, but it probably doesn't matter with the little amount that we're turning. We're only going down like 2 degrees or something on the down and then 6 degrees on the turn, so it's really not that big of a deal. So fair point, we'll put one turning and one going down and we'll see how that looks. Of course, I don't have enough blocks, but what I was thinking about here is we'll put in, let's find just a really obnoxious color so it stands out. That's not the block I wanted. Just a full block is fine. And then I'm going to get a projector. Let's see. That 4 square is the top. That one's the front. I don't know. That works. All right, now we need to create a projection of what we want the track to look like, or at least the base station of it. So let's go ahead and just get this merged into the voxel, because that makes the most sense. Let's see, we need to come down 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the merge block. 7, and then the merge block would be facing that way, and then there are 18 in between. 18, then we'll have another merge, and we'll just keep going like this until we get 6 pylons. But let's just put on a block here so we remember where these things are, because they're a little hard to see from far away. Okay, there we go. We got 6 uprights, or 6 merge block positions, which is good. And let's say we had these facing down is where the merge block is going. And so on the top here, what will be the bottom, we'll put in the beam blocks, and we'll just carry them up, I don't know, 10 maybe? We won't know exactly where the foundation's going to go, because the ground is obviously sloping wherever it wants to go. All right, there we go. Perfect. We've got our uprights with our steel panels. Obviously, we'll do our own creations with the concrete pads and stuff as we go. That'll be a good projection. So let's go ahead and take the projection from here. I wonder if I take it upside down, if that's going to matter. If I take the blueprint like this, I don't know. Let's rename that to, yeah, sure, we'll call it track pylons. That works. All right, so this will be the pylon projector. We'll find our pylon. It didn't matter at all. It's totally spun sideways, and that didn't matter in the least. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Once we get it set up the first time, we should be fine. Let's see, the pitch does go that way. That's fine. Yaw, that way is also correct. Vertical offset needs to go down, I think to there. Nope, up 1. Right, there we go. Now we got a projection of our pylon legs. Looks like I might need to go a little bit deeper on the blueprint, so we might have to redo that one. We don't know if we're going to slope this one down or turn it yet. So then what I'm thinking is we'll get this guy and we'll weld it down, and we'll get all of these pylons welded up. We'll put the concrete blocks in, it'll have the merge blocks on it, and then when we're done, we'll just cut it free, and this guy can get just hooked on with the lobster, you know, maybe like with a landing gear. Just take this guy, undo the, disconnect the hinge here, and then we can pull it over and put it onto the next section and get it adjusted. So I think that will be good, and we'll probably disconnect it from here. So this guy will probably be red like that, probably. Yeah, we'll just give this guy a negative velocity, and we can just turn that. We don't have to worry about anything because it's not even, you know, there's no weight to it. It's just this projection, and everything is fine there. The only thing I was hoping is it'd be kind of nice to have like a level on here. So I'm wondering if we put a cockpit on. All right, so if we put a block out here like this and put a helm on it and get it welded up, what I'm hoping is we can see the horizon. There we go. See, we're still tilting down, so we're not, we're still tilting down more than the planet is. That's what I was curious of. So I don't think we want to tilt anymore. To drive it down, I think that's fine. We'll just keep it level for the moment, and we'll just keep going down until the curvature of the planet looks, you know, until our crosshair gets above that. Then we'll know when we need to tilt down again. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping, is we can leave the track semi-level. I don't really need to follow the terrain necessarily. So, but we'll have that helm on there so we can kind of gauge where we are. So I think that will be good. So let's go ahead and get this projection built up again. Let's get it taller. And then we'll go from there. All right, well, before we get too carried away with the track, I want to get this connector on the Tardi-Grande here and get him, or the, somebody named it the Tardi-Grande, and I freaking love it. So this is the Tardi-Grande. I will just try to remember to say it. So that's great. But let's go ahead and get him on this connector so we can get him charged up, so his battery doesn't die while we're messing around with our track, and we're not quite level, so that's not helpful for getting up the ladder. There we go. That's fine. There we go. The Tardi-Grande is charging up. That'll be good. Let's go ahead and start up the factory. I did do a stop and start button over here. So we've got start and stop that basically just turns on and off these event controllers and moves these guys out of the way. So we'll just go ahead and start it up, and we'll get a midsection welding while we are messing around with the lobster. All right, so then in the lobster here, all we need is, let's see, we've got this showing just the ship inventory, that's fine. So I've got just enough material in here for 6 merge blocks, and then we'll load the rest of it up with steel plate. I did make like 10,000 more steel plate, so hopefully we have enough. We still got 190k of iron. We're doing okay, but we might need to go over to the peanut outpost over there and get more iron going at some point. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get started here with the lobster. Make sure our batteries are good. We got welders on us. That's good. Let's turn on all of our thrusters. I don't really think we're that heavy, but that's okay. There we go, and then we'll just start welding across like this and getting the actual thing welded up here. Well, another thing I just realized that we needed, I'm wondering if we should carry this guy down like this in our projector. And then we can have like a block like this or something to get a merge or a landing gear on or something. Like this guy's not going to stick. Oh, we can't even stick it on there anyway. Landing gear like this maybe? Alright, let's see, there's got to be a position in here where we can get the landing gear to fit. There we go. And then it should lock down. Let me make sure I have enough components for that, and then we'll put that back into the lobster as well. Okay, there we go. Now we're locked down, and now we can go ahead and turn this into a station. There we go, convert to station, and then we can build our concrete pad. Over here I put the beam block bottom on this one, so I don't know. I mean, I guess we can go back through and get rid of all these and put in the correct ones. Depends on how pedantic we want to get, because we got a long slog to go ahead of us here. And then I had my side armor panels as well for the caution. I think those will probably come back a lot later and put these guys in. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, let's just zoom across here and get the next pylon welded up. Alright, now my only concern is how much blocks this is going to be using up. How many steel plates is going to be using up. I don't think it's going to be that many, but like right now we're welding up all the blocks, obviously. Between that, we don't need to be wasting 25 steel plates every time we do that, but it's going to do it no matter what we want it to do, right? So, let's see. Why am I not welding that guy up? Yeah, I wish it would have aligned the local grid, because then we could build from the ship, but that's not going to work, so we'll get out of the build mode here. Alright, let's just keep on keeping on here. Well, we didn't use that much steel plates at all, really, in here, so we might need to build a more purpose-built welding ship. This guy only had like 8 minutes of battery left. It's kind of cumbersome. It's, you know, supposed to hold a lot of material, but if we're not going to use that many steel plates, we don't need to have this guy overbuilt so bad. And then the other problem with it is he doesn't have a grinder on it, so I don't know if I want to do one grinder arm and one welder arm, because now we got to go through and remove all of these in-between posts. I don't know if I want to do that until we get the other sections on, or if I grind them off now. I think I'll leave them on and then we'll merge. No, because we need this guy out of our way. But we do need at least this guy out of our way. So let's get a merge or a landing gear on here. I don't think we have anything. No, we don't. Right, there we go. We detach onto there. And then what we need to do is grind this guy off. Then we will disconnect this hinge here. And then we should be able to take this guy out. Oh, we might need to convert. I don't think I have floating stations. Like, that should disconnect. Convert to ship, I guess? That's weird. It shouldn't be floating there anyway. Yeah, and then we'll just carry this guy over for the next section over here. Which I didn't really think about that guy flopping down like that. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. To merge it back in, maybe we will have to put a little battery on here. Or maybe we'll put a connector on instead so it can get powered by the ship. Alright, well, we'll have to think about that one. Let's just drop him off right there for the next round, and let's get this guy back to the parking spot before he runs out of battery. Let's get that mag plate off of there before we stick to the ground. Alright, there we go. Let's probably wait for this dust storm to pass, but we can go ahead and use the off button over here. Stop button, there we go. It all stops and retracts and moves out of the way, which is great. So I'll have to put some action relays in here so we can do the start and stop from inside the Tardi-Grande, or the Tardi-Grande. I think will be a good idea, and then also unmerge the merge blocks here, or turn them on and off. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go. Added 3 more action relays to our system here, so we got our start and stop. We'll probably do that like a one button thing that'll either stop or start with one, you know, action. But for now, we'll just do stop and start, because eventually we'll have 2 stations. So we'll have a different list at some point, but at least it's there here that we got it recorded. Let's go back out and get it set up for the Tardi-Grade. All right, for the first one, we just want to set channel 20, and its action is going to be the timer. There we go. Our start, we're just going to do a trigger now on that one. Then lastly, 22 here. That action relay is going to be the merge. On off. And we should be good. And our storm let up, so that was good. Glad we waited. Alright, well, I thought I had an action relay on here. I was playing around with designs and I had the antenna back here on top of an action relay. And then I switched it up to move it there. I still don't know if I like it 100%, but that's alright. Alright, there we go. We got our Tardi-Grande action relay. Alright, now let's get back into our cockpit here and let's find that action relay. We're going to do set channel and send signal. We're going to do 20. This will be start. That channel and send signal. This will be 21. That channel and send signal. 22. Okay, there we go. Now we have our merge on off action relay as well. So let's go ahead and get this guy undocked. Our dampeners are on. We have 4 hours of flight. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, we'll grab this guy pretty close to the middle. I think we'll be good. Let's leave a little bit of a gap here. I want to just come down just barely enough for it to be ready to lock. I don't really care that it's like floating and not touching. I actually prefer that. So then when this guy like merges and snaps around, hopefully it won't break the ship. We'll find out. So then we should be able to put 9. There we go. And we are unmerged. Now we can take this guy out. And then we can actually start the factory up, right? So we can hit number 7. And get it to start back up welding. Oh no, those merge blocks are not on. Let's turn those on. There we go. Now we're welding up. Maybe on the start I'll have to make sure that those merges are on in that start timer would probably be the best thing to do. Alright, so I know this is an end section. It's missing the hinge on the backside, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and snap it in here. And we will get it to merge on. And then we'll worry about redoing that block on the end there. Get it spun around. Ooh, we're getting aligned. That's actually trying. Okay, yeah, that's not so bad. We're still locked. We didn't break the ship. Perfect. Okay, now we can just keep doing this with multiple sections. Need to get this giant projection construct out of our way. That would be nice. Still wish I had a way to know if this build was done. Oh, it's definitely not. We must be missing parts, because that should be welded up by now. We must be missing steel tubes or something for our conveyors. Okay. Well, that's going to be a thing. Okay, well, it looks like if we actually had the right parts, this guy would be finished by the time we got back with another section, and obviously we're going to be further and further away as we go, so that's not going to be too bad. What are we missing? Motors. Okay. Well, that's going to be a thing. I think I have enough cobalt and stuff, but that's definitely going to be something to watch out for. Okay, well, let me get some stuff ground down and get some motors built up in our stock supply, and then we'll continue on building this section up, and then we'll probably start on the factory itself instead of just making the whole episode about building track. I'll probably just do most of that stuff offline anyway. So, yeah, let's get some stuff cleaned up and get some materials built up. Alright, got the wireframe over there cleaned up, and this guy is done welding, so let's go ahead and disconnect from the station here. Dampeners are on, that's good. Now let's see if our stop factory button works. It does, that's good. Okay, again, we'll go ahead and lock onto this guy. And we got the gap, and it still says ready to lock, so we'll go ahead and lock on there. Hit number 9 to unlock the merge. Lift out of the way, and then let's start the factory back up again. We've got to turn the merge blocks back on. Start the factory, and then let's go carry this guy over. Alright, well now we'll see how easy it is to merge this guy up with a block in the way there. Should be okay. Oh, there we go. Snapped on right away. Okay, we'll unlock those two, retract it in, and go back and get another one. Alright, that one appears to be done. We're locked on, let's go ahead and stop the factory, but I want to go ahead and get out and redo this one, because it's going to need a hinge on the end. So we want this to be the side-to-side one. Go ahead and put it there. Nope, I don't want that. And I don't want that either. Alright, there we go. There's the end. Now we can go ahead and get back into the ship, and we will take a blueprint of this before we take off too much. I need some oxygen. Let's see. Can I grab some ice? Do I have any ice left? I got a little bit of ice left. I don't think I have any... Oh, I do have cargo access around here, don't I? Alright, I think if we go up to this level, we have cargo access. Nope. Is it this one? Yeah. There we go. Yay, that's working. Now let's go ahead and unmerge the block here. Let's see, number 9. There we go. And let's go ahead and go take a blueprint of that while we have the opportunity. Oh, we might as well start the factory back up. Probably should have got that blueprint in there first rather than the midsection, but that's okay. Alright, there we go. Unlocked on that one. Now we just need to grind out those steel blocks in the middle, and we are good to go for the next section. Well, it looks like we ran out of some blocks again. Construction components. Oh, okay. Well, we're definitely going to have to make a lot of material here. I'm really tempted to redo the tardigrade here. Have a little bit different... I wonder if we only need to do like one lift hook, like we just have this guy, the lifter, and then back here we have a little mini welder that comes out, and that's what does our frame welding and stuff. And then we can store all the extra steel plates and stuff inside the Tardi-Grande, and it'll just have a little mini welder drone that pops out with a welder and a grinder to do the base sections. I'm not really sure there, because yeah, the lobster is a little too much for what we're wanting to do. Alright, I do think we need to redo the Tardi-Grande here to have a welding ship. I don't know if we'll have it here, like we'll grind this guy off and have it merge up underneath and we only have one landing gear or mag plate to hook on to the track, or if we keep both of them and I get rid of like the living quarters back here and the drone just pops out of the backside. That might be a better option, because we don't really need the living quarters. We'll see what we do there. But I think I want to go ahead and get started on the factory. So we'll probably get this guy torn down, and I think I want to actually lay it out this way. So we'll go with the track. I think that'll be better. We can just pick it up with the Tardi-Grande and go that way, not have to worry so much about turning. And then we'll get 2 stations in here, maybe 3, to do track. Probably just 2, because we just need one to do the midsection and then another one to do the ends that has the hinges. And then we can just go back and forth with that, because we're going to have a lot of time between to get all these pylons built. So 2 is probably enough. So let me get this guy torn down and let's build an actual good factory. All right, well, we got that all torn down. I did build another section over there because we had the mid section here welded up, so I needed to carry it over there to attach it to somewhere. So we got a base section done. We've got to do the other ends, but we'll get the factory up and running into a more permanent solution. So I still want to lay it out here. We'll have 2 lanes, one there and one there. We don't have a pressurized space on this side of the warehouse, but we do have this one over here where this C used to be. I want to see if we can carry a sky bridge over. We'll go under here, and then we'll connect up to the factory. I think that'll be the way to do it. That way we can still have a pressurized way to get into this factory. We'll probably still have, you know, like a back side door that'll go into here. I think that'll be fine. Let's go ahead and build a little sky bridge. All right, I am not really sure how to do this part on the inside. The outside is easy. They've got these little blocks. That's fine to put over here on that corner. But what do we do on the inside corner here? Not really sure. don't really have a block to put in there, do I? Like the closest block is like this guy. And even then it's not really the right block. I'm wondering if here we should carry this guy down like this, and we'll have like a semi-tower. Alright, yeah, I think a tower like that will be fine. We'll have to figure out some type of top cap for it that doesn't look awkward. Oh, that's kind of weird. That didn't get welded up. Alright, that's looking alright. I still don't know exactly how to do this transition here. We'll have to grind out these pieces, I guess, and have it be a little bit different. But yeah, I'm still thinking these windows across the side. We'll put it across the top as well. Like, we could curve it down again, but that looks weird. We might as well just take this guy out. I mean, ideally, the beam should be going this direction for support, rather than like this, but I think that's going to follow it best. Yeah, we'll just come across like that. That'll be fine. And then this guy can come out. Alright, then that guy can just be there with one of these. Okay, and then we'll do a window across the top like this. Yeah, I think we'll just put up one of these steel catwalks. I think would be fine. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright, got that all welded up. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm kind of thinking it might need some support or something to going across. I'm not really sure. It's kind of boring there on the bottom. Over here in the tower, I did the pipe works, and then got a little double airlock door thing going on here. That takes us to the ladder. Oops. There we go. Takes us to the ladder to get all the way up to the top. There we go. So I think I'll carry this ladder up even taller, and then we will have a tower on top of it with a ball turret, kind of like this guy over here on the silo. We'll just make another one of those on top of the tower, and then we have defense on this corner. So I think that'll be good. But let's go ahead and focus on the factory. Alright, so the corner of the factory will be there. I guess actually it will be here. We don't need that big of a control room. We're just going to have, well, really nothing. It's just me more of an observation deck. We're going to have it mostly remote controlled from the Tardi-Grande. So on that note, let's see, we need 5 across. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is where the center strip goes. This is where the actual rail will be printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then another gap between the two. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where the second printer will be, is along that line. And then here is the edge of the building. Okay, so I'm thinking right here in the center is where we'll have the control room. So up here, we'll just have this be a hallway. I think that's totally fine. It'll just be observational, and then we'll have our control room here. I think would be the better way to do it. I want to go back in here and see how we did this. We did the upside down bridge windows. Alright, there we go. We're going to do these ones right side up because these guys don't have like one that we can hang upside down. So I'll have to go that way. I'm wondering if I should go back. Do we want a corner like that? No, I think we'll go straight. Okay, well there's a start of the control room. I think I like that. We need to come out to here-ish. Let's see, that's where we want this block to start. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe that will be where the first merge block will be. Alright, there we go, merge block number 1. And then the next row will be all the way out here. Nope, that's the edge of the building. It's this one. Next merge block there. Alright, I think I'm going to sink the projectors here into the floor. And then I want to see if we can get like a projector table on top of it. We need interior block. I'm hoping it'll attach. Okay, it totally will. Cool. So yeah, I'm thinking we can put a projector table on the top of it, and maybe we can project the actual track there too. We'll see. We'll probably just leave them off just to keep performance down. All right, there we go. We got the kibble projections here. I've got an idea of what I want to do down here for the pistons. I think we'll still have them visible, but they'll be in the floor itself. Because we had it like one separated. We had a conveyor junction, and then the pistons were on the end. And then when we got to the middle section here, we couldn't get quite enough squeezed in. So we're going to put the conveyor here. Of course, I don't have any interior plate. Let's go grab that. And we'll put our pistons here in the floor like this. Yeah, let's have it exposed. I think I like the, to see the cylinders. We'll have it like that, and then I'm wondering if we should still have the other ones going across the top of the floor. So we had a T intersection here, is what we had before. And I'm wondering if we should do a curve. And should we do it in the piping? Should we do curved piping like that, or the conveyors? I wish there was more of a square style conveyor that looked a little bit chunkier, especially for like being on the end of that piston there. I mean, I guess we could do armored, but that looks a little funky. You know, I think I'll still do the T like this, and we'll have the pistons on the side here. And then what we'll do is we'll just put armor plate across the top here. I think would be fine. I think it'll still run underneath. Let's see if we can get away with it. All right, I think I like the square tube here between the two pistons. That looks like it holds on better. But then I think here we're going to use... do we want to use piping? Piping is kind of tempting. Yeah, I think the piping will be good. And then this will come back... let's see, are we all the way retracted? Let's see, we're going to have a T there, and then we had another T up here for that welder, and that should get all of... no, because we had it for that one, right? One on the bottom, one on the top, then that would get that one in the middle. So we do have one here. Alright, now we're getting there. And then a welder would just go on the end like this. Alright, we're going to put the welders on the end like this, and then we can put conveyor caps or something on the sides here to cover up the ports. I think will be good. Yeah, there we go. And then let's go ahead and extend this guy out all the way. I did him at 1.25, so it does come back to the midpoint. So the other one on the other side will do the same.
Energy critical.
All right, then in theory, the lobster has all of the ground parts for the welders and stuff that we had from the teardown, so it should be able to weld this guy back up. I don't think the pipes take different than the conveyors, right? They're just a looks thing. And actually, that's a little bit more streamlined than we had before. Is that the same gap? It feels weird to me. Let's see here. I want to test that that's actually going to work. This is the same gap we had before, but this guy's coming back further. So I want to make sure that this guy is actually going to weld like this piece right here. So let's go ahead and just block it up over here. It's not conveyored to the network, but at least it should... try to place that block. Maybe we'll put some steel plates in here. Okay. Yes, it does weld that piece. That's good. Wondering if we should just come over one more, just to be safe. This guy would weld all the way to there, and if I move it, it'll be over there. So like half dozen of one, half of another, right? You know what? I'm going to keep it the way it is. I think that's fine. Okay, well, you don't need to see me rebuild that entire thing, so let's just go ahead and plan out the rest of the factory a little bit. All right, and then I'm thinking here we'll have a stairwell that will go all the way down. Let's go ahead and carry our wall down. Sure. It's all kind of temporary anyway. There we go. Something like this that'll carry all the way down, then we'll come into here. Let's see, we can probably put a couple doors here. Are they in here? The big gates? They are. Yeah, we could put like these big vertical doors like we have in the other factory. And then I'm wondering, like right here, could we get away with like a door corridor thing to come across this way? Not really. It's like right at the wrong spot. Actually, I got an idea here. Let's flip these stairs real quick. Alright, so what we want to do is we want a corridor off of this way, and then we'll have like a door here. So let's get a passageway, like corner. So we don't have like a right angle door. That would be kind of a cool addition, actually. Would be nice to have. We'll have like a right angle here, and then we can have a door. Like a hatch, maybe. Have like a hatch there, and then another one here. There we go, I like it. Because then our midpoint is right there. That's perfect. Let's go back to our stairs. We'll have this guy going down. Catwalk at a right angle. And we'll use that passage number 3 corner again. Or should we use the corridor corner? Corridor corner is probably nicer. Has the bottom to it that'll match up to the catwalk level. Yeah, let's do that the same over here. All right, there we go. Something like this. We'll have a stairs coming down here. It'll go all the way down to the floor. We've got our double door little airlock that we can now get across over here to our warehouse space. That's also unpressurized, so that's good. Yeah, I like it. That's gonna be cool. Now we have a way up to our control center. From there, we can go down our tunnel to go into our pressurized space over here eventually. I don't want to depressurize it, so I haven't put a door in there yet. Alright, well that is going to be a huge shell of a building, so it's going to use up a lot of material, and we already need a bunch of steel plates for our track, so I don't think we'll get too much on it today. We'll just keep the outer shell, but let's at least get the mechanics of it going, so we can get some more track stuff built. I think will be good, and definitely have to go next episode, or between the episodes probably, is go over to the iron mine over there and get a lot more iron, because we are gonna get low real quick with this big building and all of this track. Alright, well it is early Sunday morning, got a lot done last night while my daughter was spazzing around in the bonus room. So yeah, got all of the welders welded up. I still need to program them to bounce back and forth. I'm kind of running out of time here, so I think the last thing I want to do is create a landing pad here for the Tardi-Grande. So I think we'll come off of maybe here. Let's see, where would that lay out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the door. Basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'd still be here and have plenty of room for like a front pad or a doorway or something to get an airlock there. Okay, don't know what that scrap's from, but we'll take it. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll just come straight out from there and then we'll conveyor it. So let's get some conveyors instead of these blocks. I probably should have built the factory up like one level, because I've had to dig out quite a bit of stuff, mainly just to not see the sand in the conveyor network there. All right, then I'm actually going to pop the conveyor up here like this, and then we will curve it out, and we'll put a pipe across. So I want to go ahead and make it look like the other parts of the buildings, where we have like the breezeway between. This will just be the pipeline. All right, let's go ahead and curve this guy forward. All right, then we'll come forward one, and then we'll put our connector here. That's not what I need. I need a curve first. All right, then we got a connector on the top there, and then we're going to use heavy armor blocks to block this guy in, because this guy is heavy and cumbersome. And then the reason I brought it forward is I want to create like vent holes for these guys. So there we go. We'll create a hole like this for the exhaust vents to go through. I think that'll be good. I know it probably wouldn't damage the heavy armor anyway, but I think it just looks nicer. And we have a storm brewing, because of course we do. We always do. All right, well, we got a dust storm here, but the pad's looking good, except for I am pretty much out of metal grids. I think I've got like 300 or 400 left, so I think we can get like 4 or 5 blocks done, because they take 50 a piece. So I think I'm going to need to go find a cobalt mine and mine that out, because we've been pretty much just running off of boulders and then scrap material, but all the stuff that we've been scrapping, all the pirate stations and ships and stuff, haven't really had any heavy armor, so we're gonna have to go find some cobalt. All right, well, this is where I'm gonna call it an episode. I feel like we got a lot done, but at the same time nothing done. We rebuilt the factory here. It looks exactly the same as we had before, but with 2 bays. We got some track sections done over there, which is pretty good, and we got a new plan for it. And then the pad over here for the Tardi-Grande doesn't have enough metal grid, so we can't really finish it. So I guess I'll be doing some iron and cobalt mining between episodes, and I will see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe, and see you back on Mars. All right, I'd like to thank my newest members, Avalos27, J30, and Fiery Flynn 2002. If you'd like to join, there should be a button. This isn't Yellowstone.